The iPhone XR 10R, as they're calling it, I call it the extra reduced price iPhone.
What does the R stand for?
I'm not quite sure, but the price point on that was lower than we expected, and that brings our revenue forecast down pretty substantially. Most people had anticipated a price there of around $700, maybe a little bit more. We thought it would be higher because at this price, it starts to cannibalize some of the iPhone 8 SKUs.
You do make the point, though, that the lower than expected price suggests maybe trying to migrate users into some longer term plays like Apple Pay, for instance.
That's right. Yeah, the Face ID is a much more secure method of authentication of people, Carl. And so as they migrate people, we think they're trying to accelerate that migration. Maybe that foreshadows some changes in Apple Pay coming next year.
What could that look like? I mean, announcing more vendor. Practically, what would
they could move to providing credit to people. They don't provide any credit today. They can insert themselves in that payment process much more. They take very little of a payment transaction today. So as they move forward, we think they want to take more payment transaction value down, for Apple as profit, as opposed to giving it away to the rest of the industry.
I just want to be clear on the pricing point. So it was the XR that you weren't impressed with, because so many of your peers and all the conversation yesterday on CNBC was, well, they raised the base price to $10.99.
Yeah.
And they kept the 10 at $9.99, and therefore we should expect higher average selling prices, which has been a strategy that Apple has proven to work.
Yeah, now we thought the average selling price here was going to be higher, actually. So we believe that they had done better in the summer on the X than we thought that they would, or the 10. And so we thought they'd price the XR a little bit higher as a result of that, and they didn't do that. So that's the reason our overall ASP comes down. It's not that we're not impressed with the XR. We think it's a good product. It's just pricing lower than we thought it would.
Some of the tech press thought that the watch stole the show. You agree?
As a gadget, yeah, I think it does. From an earnings model point of view, it doesn't have much impact. It is interesting, the health monitoring features that they put onto the watch, like AFib detection, these kind of features will be valuable maybe to insurance companies. You may see more insurance subsidies coming out there for that watch to monitor people's health.
I remember when the watch was a brand new product, and we wondered one day if they'd ever get kind of an FDA okay. It took a while, but we're essentially there, right?
I think you'll see them add more features to it as well. Glucose monitoring down the road, those kind of things are possible. And yeah, so it's not a big number in the earnings model, like I say, but it's interesting from a health and gadget point of view.
But I guess the question is, does it have a potential to be, if it becomes more of a must-have health item?
If you had insurance companies really subsidizing it across the board and everybody ended up wearing one because of that, then yes, it could start to contribute more to earnings. We haven't seen that yet.